So I just got back from seeing Speak No Evil, starring James McAvoy and Mackenzie Davis, and a few other people that I don't know their names. Sorry, I don't. Yeah, I don't know their names. But it's a 2024 remake of a 2022 film with the same title and same premise. I thought when I saw the trailer that it was going to be an actual carbon copy, like a shot-for-shot remake, and surprisingly, I was pleasantly surprised, I should say. So the premise of this movie is this family, the Dalton family, are on a vacation in Italy, and they come across another couple, a husband, wife, and a child, and themselves, they're husband, wife, and they have their child with them too, and they come across another couple, and for some reason, the husband of the family sees like he wants a connection with this family. He sees their interactions and how they're free spirited, and he looks at his marriage and it's kind of like by the numbers, by the books, like things have to be done a certain way, and there's no spontaneity anymore in their relationship. Their daughter has some issues that she hasn't grown out of, and she sees this family he sees this family and he's just like, he wants that connection, but he's a little bit introvert, I guess I would say, and he doesn't go out and try to make this connection. Surprisingly enough, this family ends up getting to know them, talking to them, having a great time, great conversationalist. He's like, I made a new friend, and he's happy with knowing these people. And this is James McAvoy's family. And so James McAvoy invites him, the Daltons, to their farm for a weekend. When the Daltons go back home, it's back to their same mundane life, and the husband is upset. There's issues between the husband and wife that you see, like there's something going on there, like there might have been cheating involved, because he's like, what's, like, who you texting and things like this, so he's kind of like suspicious of his wife, and they're just in a miserable marriage, it seems like. They both resent each other, and they just resent each other. You could tell that. And they think they need something new, and they enjoyed the time that they had with this family in Italy. So they get a card from this family, James McAvoy's family, and it says, why don't you come down and visit? And he gave the address or whatever and his phone number. And voila, they decide, yes, let's go do this. Let's go do something fun. I just lost my job, basically, or something along those lines. Let's go. We have time, have money. Let's go. So they go to this house, they go to spend this time on this farm with this family, and they start realizing that this is not exactly what they signed up for, and there's something seriously wrong here with this family. And it evolves into a pretty great film. Now, the original was good. The original I saw halfway into it. One day I was watching cable and it showed up, and something caught my attention. I believe it was when the Daltons, if they're the same name, I don't know if they're the same name in the 2022 film, decide to leave without letting them know why they're leaving, and then coming back and getting upset or whatever, and then the staying, and then I watched the whole thing, and I was kind of like depressed at the end of the original. I decided to go see this because of James McAvoy. I realized that he is, I mean, I don't know, somewhere along the lines, maybe it was Split, but I was really like, I'm like, this guy's really great. I'm not a huge fan of his, but something in that movie, maybe all the different characters, I liked him in everything he's ever done, but it was something in that movie that made me really admire him as an actor. So I went to go see this film. And I have to say, he doesn't disappoint. He's one of the shining lights in this. Actually, I think everybody is good in this film to an extent. There's a character I kind of didn't like for a majority of the movie. That's you find out things about this relationship between the family that goes to visit them. It proves that they're not in a good relationship. And the wife is basically, who's the wife? That's Mackenzie Davis, I believe. Yeah. She is a bitch. I didn't like her for the entire film. And then things happen at the end. But so this is what happens. The original ending was dour and depressing. And I was like, ugh. This one, they changed it. And I think they changed it for the better. I will say this is one remake that actually I like more than the original. I could be in the minority in that regard. I thought it kind of turns into, it's like Speak No Evil mixed with Straw Dogs. If you've seen Straw Dogs, the original with Dustin Hoffman, you'll understand what I'm saying, kind of in a way, or The Last House on the Left, like that, and I liked it. I really did like. I like this version of the movie. There's some parts I don't want to spoil it. I know I get to spoilers all the time in these reviews. I'm not going to spoil this movie and this ending, but there's one thing I dislike, and that's kind of like the husband's character. I saw no character development from him. There should have been a character development, and there wasn't. They give a cool death scene to somebody in this movie. I'm not going to say who. And I thought that was great. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm really going to say. The wife, I didn't like her for up till towards the end of the movie. Then I did like her, but again, I think they could have switched off. They make the husband just the worst. Like, he's the worst from the beginning. You kind of like him, you sympathize with him, and at the end you don't. And you should sympathize with him more, especially for what he went through with his wife. And then he goes out on a limb and does this. And yes, he might have caused this problem because he wanted to be spontaneous, and she didn't even like this family. She did it for him. It just didn't. There's a lot of things there between the husband and wife, and the husband comes off looking like a sad sack at the end of it all. Even at the end, he does some things noble, and and he does one thing very noble, but they could have elevated him by him being more dominant. But I didn't mind that the way they went about it, kind of with another character, but his character was like, they did no character development for him, and it should have been. He should have been more of an alpha, honestly, because he's opposing an alpha. James McAvoy's character is an alpha male, and he's a beta male, and it should have been those two battling it out at the end. And I don't know. But all in all, I really do like this remake. I think it's better than the original. But I didn't see the whole original, so I'm going to watch the whole original now. But from what I could remember of the original, the ending was very dour and depressing. And I was like, ugh, this is definitely a European movie. So, but with that said, if I have to rate this film, I'd give it 4 out of 5 stars. Yeah, 4 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed this movie. I think if they did more character development with the husband, like then it would have been 4.5 out of 5. I couldn't give it a perfect film because it's not perfect, Anyway, if they did more character development with the husband, I think I would have given it a little bit higher rating. But 4 out of 5 is pretty freaking high. So yeah, this movie's a 4 out of 5. If you saw Speak No Evil, the original and the remake, let me know in the comment section down below what you thought. Is this better than the original? I think it is. Or is it not? I like the whole second half, third act in this movie much more than the original. So yeah, hit that like button if you like this video. Subscribe if you're new here and you just came across me and you like this video. And I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace.